This is Tatiana from Tatiana Math Resources, and we will be looking at the May-June 2023 Paper 1, questions 1 through to 33. Here we have question 1, and it says, a number 3.14063 written corrected 3 decimal places is. So our number is 3.14063. So we're going to count. Let's just identify 1, 2, 3. So we're going to draw a line here. And the rule is we're looking at the lower place value. And if it is 5 or more, you round up, which means to add 1 here, the place value above. So the answer is going to be 3.141. So it was 0. We round up because the number in the lower place value, 6 here, is 5 or more. So we round up. So the place value in front, it was 0. It would now become 1. So the answer is 3.141. So that would be B. Question 2. Express 0.12 as a fraction in its lowest terms as a fraction. So once you see this number 0.12, there are 2 numbers after the decimal point. So that means we're going to be using, it'd be 12 over 100, 100, 12 over 100. So we know because there are 2 numbers, it will be 2 zeros. So we're going to cancel this. It says in its lowest terms. So let's divide. 4 into 12 is 3. 4 into 100 is 25. So the answer is 3 over 25. So the answer is D. Question 3. In scientific notation, 170.04 is written as. Now scientific notation states A times 10 to the n, where A is a number between 1 and 10. Okay, let me just write that below. A number between 1 and 10. So my number is 170.04. First is a large number. So I have to move the decimal point 1. That's 17.0. That's still not between 1 and 10. Then I move it 1 more. So now I have 1.7004. How many times did I move the decimal point? Let us check. 1, 2. So I'm going to multiply it by 10 to the second power. Okay, so that answer is going to be B. Number 4, there are 40 students in the class. Girls make up 60% of the class. 25% of the girls wear glasses. How many girls in the class wear glasses? Okay, so let's work this out. So we're going to take first 60% of 40, which is 60 over 100 times 40 over 1. Cancel these zeros here. I'm going to end up with 24. So girls make up 60% of the class. So there are 24 girls. 25% of these girls, the 24, so 25% of the 24 wear glasses. So that would be 25 over 100 times 24. Put that over 1. So 25 into 25 is 1. 25 into 100 is 4. 4 and 4 is 1. And 4 into 24 is 6. So there's 6 girls wear glasses. So the answer is A. Question 5. It says, if $560 is shared in the ratio of 2:3:9, then the difference between the largest and the smallest shares is. So we have to find the total shares, which is 2 plus 3 plus 9. That is 14. So then we want to find one share. So it is total amount of money being shared is $560 divided by 14. So we can divide by 7. Yeah, because 7 into 14 is 2. 7 into 56 is 80. 2 into 2 is 1. 2 into 80 is 40. So we're going to get $40. So we want the difference between the largest and the smallest. So the largest would be 9. So largest share. So we multiply 9 by 40. We get 360. Smallest share would be 2. So 2 by 40 would give us $80. And we want the difference. So the difference would equal to 360. Take away $80, which is a total of $280. So the answer is C. Question 6. If 60% of a number is 90, what is the number? So 60% means 60 over 100 multiplied by something is equals to 90. So that can be written as 60x over 100 equals 90. Cross multiply. 60x is 90 times 100. So that is 60x equals 9,000. So x is equals to 9,000 over 60. Let's take off the 0. Cross off the 0. 3 into 6 is 2. 3 into 900 is 300. 2 into 2 is 1. 2 into 300 is 150. So the answer is 150. So that would be C. Question 7. The first 3 common multiples of 3, 4, and 6 are. So when we talk about multiples, remember we're talking about the times tables. All right. So they're going to be bigger numbers than 3, 4, and 6. So 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 9, 12, 4 is 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12, 4 4s are 16. So that eliminates D and C. When we talk about 8, remember the word common. So 6, 8, and 12, no, it's not going to be common, but A, 12, 24, and 36 is common and is a part of the multiples of 3, 4, and 6. So the answer is A. Number 8, the number 3 or 1, 301 can be written as, so that's 301. So that's 3 times 100 plus 1. So D for sure, no, not C. It can't be B because of this 10 to the third power. That's 1,000. So the answer is A. Because remember, 3 times 10 to the second power plus 1 is the same as what we have here. Because this would be 3 times 10 to the second power is 100 plus 1. So the answer is A. Question 9. The value of the digit 5 in the number 537 is, so as we just said, this number reads 537. So the answer will be C. By the distributive law, 49 times 17 plus 49 times 3. So we're going to factor out the 49s. Let's write it over here again. So when we take out the 49, we're going to be left with 17 plus 3. So that's 49 and 20. The brackets mean multiply. Okay, so we can multiply. So that means the answer is D. Okay. Number 11. Which of the following sets is defined by x is an integer? So in this section here, we read from here x and we go to the left. So we say x is greater than and equals to -2, but go this way, less than and equals to 4. So when we look at the options A, B, C, D, we need to understand because of this line here and the line above, it means equals to. So our answer or our list of numbers should include -2 or start off with -2 or begin with -2 and end with +4. And that is because of this equal. Okay, so for sure that will eliminate C, B, and A. So our answer is going to be D. So we notice that D starts off with -2 and it ends with +4. Question 12. In a class of 32 students, 17 study music, 20 study art. What is the least number of students who are studying both music and art? So there are 32 students in the class, and they're saying 17 study art and music, 20 study art. So when you add that, you're going to get 37. You take away 32 from 37, you're going to get 5. So the least amount of students who are studying both music and art would have to be 5. That's the easiest way of doing this question. Question 13 refers to the following information. This is a very popular question. I find this comes every year. P is prime numbers, Q is odd numbers, R is even numbers. Which of the following sets is empty? Remember, this means interset and this means union. So that eliminates D. Okay, so looking at these two, you cannot be odd and even. Okay, a number can't be odd and even at the same time. So Q intercept R, that's the answer. Item 14 refers to the Venn diagram below. In the Venn diagram, the number of elements in P is 5, so that means I'm going to write 5 here. The number of elements in Q is 9, so I'm going to write 9 here. The number of elements in P union Q, that means let me just show on the diagram, I mean this here will total 10. Okay, continues. What is the number of elements in P intercept Q? So they want to know what is here. Okay, the intercept, the intersection. Okay, so we're going to erase that. So we can write it as, we don't know here, so 5, this entire circle equals to 5, so you have to subtract that x from 5 and then subtract the x from 9. So when we add these two, the information in the two Venn diagrams, we're going to get 10. So it is 5 minus x plus 9 minus x is equals to 10. Okay, so this is going to cancel. We're going to get 0 here. 5 plus 9 minus x is equals to 10. That's 14 minus x is equals to 10. So negative x is equals to 10 minus 14. That means x is equals to 4. So what we're saying is in here, we're going to write the number 4. So that means 4 from, that will be 1. and then 4 from 9 is 5. And when we add the 1 plus 4 plus 5, we're going to get the 10. So that's correct. So the answer is A. Now there's a formula, and it is, we're trying to find this. So it's NP-intercept Q is equals to the number of elements in P plus the number of elements in Q minus NP union Q. So we had 5 plus 9 minus 10. So that is 14 minus 10, which is equals to 4. That's NP-intercept Q. I'm just going to write it out. So the answer is 4. There are two ways. So this is method 2 if you remember the formula, or you can use this. Question 15. A dress which costs $180 is being sold at a discount of 10%. The amount of the discount is, so you just write 10 over 100 times 180 over 1. We're going to take off the zeros, and that is going to give us $18. So the answer is C. Now, usually the trick to these type of questions is, once you're finding 10% and you have this number here, all you do is you take off the 0. So your answer is going to be 18. That's another way of doing a question like this. Question 16. A man's annual salary is $45,000. His tax-free allowance is $13,000. He has to pay a tax of 35% of his taxable income. The tax payable is, so the formula is taxable income is equals to annual salary minus the tax-free allowance. So let's write down that. So taxable income is his annual salary is $45,000 minus the $13,000. And that is going to give us $32,000. So now we're going to take, we want the tax payable. So now we have to find 35%, which is 35 over 100 times 32,000. So here we're going to cancel the 2 zeros. Okay, so we take off the 2 zeros, and we're going to get 35 times 320. So remember, we can't use a calculator, so we have to work this out. So 320 times 35. 5 noughts are naught, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15, and 1 16. 3 noughts are naught, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9, 0 0 2, 9 10 11. So the answer is B. 17. If TT $6 is equivalent to US $1, then TT $15 in US dollars is. So I usually like to just set up my question like this: $1, TT $15. Wait, sorry, I didn't do that right. So 1 US is TT $6. I have to write my $6 here. And we're trying to find 15 TT dollars. So for me to move from here to here, I have to divide to find this answer here. So we come over here and do our working. 6 into 15, 0. 6 into 15 is 2.0. Remainder 3. So 6 into 30 is 5. So when we divided, we got $2.50. So the answer here is $2.50. So it is C. C is the answer. Question number 18. If $7,000 is borrowed at a rate of 5% per annum for 3 years, the simple interest is. The simple interest formula is SI is equals to PRT over 100. So our P is 7,000, 5% is the rate, and 3 years is the time. So 7,000 times 5 times 3 over 100. Take off these two zeros. So we're going to multiply 70 by 15. So 5 zeros are 0. 5 times 7 is 35. 1 0, we're going to put that number under the 5. And 1 times 7 is 7. So that's 0, 5, 10. So the answer is D. Question 19. How much does a customer pay for an article marked at $50 if a sales tax of 6% is charged? So 6% is 6 over 100 times 50 over 1. Let's cancel out the zeros. 26 is 3. 2 into 10 is 5. 5 and 5 is 1. And we're going to be left with $3. So it's a sales tax. So we know we have to add that on. The sales tax is 3. So how much does a customer pay? So the customer will pay $50 plus the $3 sales tax will give us a total of $53. So the answer is C. Question 20. Tracy bought a pen for $60 and sold it to gain 20% on her cost price. How much money did she gain? So they don't want to know the selling price. They want to know the profit. How much money did she make on this pen? So the cost price is $60. We know that's 100%, which is also equals to 100%. Profit is 20%. So really and truly, we're going to find 120 over 100 times 60. We're going to cancel this 0 with this 0, and this 0. 12 times 6 is $72. So that's the selling price. Okay, so we want to know the profit. And the profit is the selling price subtract the cost price, which is $72 minus 60. We're going to get $12. So the answer is A. Question 21. A salesman is paid 5% of his sales as commission. His sales for last month was $2,020. How much commission was he paid? So commission paid will be equals to 5%. It's 5 over 100 times 20 over 1. Let's take off this 0 with that 0. 5 into 5 is 1. 5 into 10 is 2. 2 into 2 is 1. And 2 into 202 will be 101, which will give us $101. So the answer is C. Question 22. A loan of $8,000 was paid back in 2 years in monthly payments of $400. The percentage interest on the loan was... So 2 years is equals to 24 months. So her total payments for that 2 years would be 24 times 400. Let's turn that around. 400 times 24. 4 zeros is 0. 4 zeros is 0. 4 for 16. 2 0 under the 10th column. 0, 8. That's going to give us $9,600. So we need to get the difference. So we're going to subtract, because that is the loan, 8,000. We're going to subtract 8,000 now. And that's going to give us 1,600. So the percentage interest, which is also the percentage profit, is equals to the difference over the cost price times 100. So we're going to get 1,600 over 8,000 times 100 over 1. So let's take off these zeros. These two zeros will go with these two zeros. This 0 will go with that 0. 8 into 8 is 1. 8 into 160 would give me 20. Okay, so that's 20%. So my answer is D, 20%. Here we have, if R asterisk S is equals to S to the R power, then 3 asterisk 2 is equals to, so let's substitute. So R asterisk S is equals to S to the R power. We have 3 asterisk 2. So we're going to write our S is 2 and our R is 3. So 2 to the third power means 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times. That is 4 times 2. The answer is 8. So our answer is A. Question 24. 4 over 5x plus 2 over 5x. We have the same denominator. So we're going to draw this line here. I'm going to write our 5x. So 5x into 5x is 1. So 4 times 1 is 4, plus 5x into 5x is 1. 2 times 1 is 2, equals to 6 over 5x. So the answer is D. Another way of looking at it is if you're adding fractions with the same denominator. So 1 over 3 plus 2 over 3. You would write 3 over 3. We add the numerators. We put it over the same denominator. Okay, the answer is D. Question 25. 5 open brackets x plus y close bracket minus 3 open brackets x minus y is equals to. So let's just write it here. And what we're doing is multiplying what's in the bracket by the number on the outside. So 5 times x, 5x, 5 times y, 5y, minus 3x. Now this minus and this minus will give us a plus 3y. So then we're going to group. So 5x goes with this minus 3x. Let's make a note of that. So this goes with this. And then we're going to add plus 5y goes with this plus 3y. Okay, we get a different color green. This goes with this plus 3y. So the answer is going to be 2x plus 8y. 2x plus 8y. So the answer is C. 26. If x is equals to -2 and y is equals to 3, t is equals to 2, then x over y to the t power. So let's write that. X over y to the t power. So let's substitute. Where we have x, we're going to write -2. Where we have y, we're going to write 3. And it's to the t is 2. So when we square something, everything inside the bracket is multiplied by itself. So -2 times -2 over 3 times 3. All right, let me just be consistent here. Let's use a dot. So times, that is equals to 2 negatives, make a positive, over 9. So the answer is 4 over 9 is B. (27) 3x to the second power times 2x to the third power. This is indices. And remember the rule that a to the m times a to the n means that we're going to add the powers. That's a law from indices. So we're going to get, we have 3x squared times 2x to the third. We're going to multiply the powers. So 3 times 2 is going to give me 6. Then I have my x to the second plus 3. So I'm going to get 6x to the fifth power. So the answer is A. Here we have an inequality. Given that 2x plus 3 is more than and equals to 9, the range of values of x is, so we have 2x plus 3 is more than or equals to 9. So we're going to leave the 2x on this side, leave 9, but we're going to carry over this plus 3, and we're going to get a minus 3. So 2x is more than or equals to 6. We're going to divide both sides by the coefficient of our unknown. This will cancel out to just x is more than or equals to 2 and 2 is 1, 2 and 6 is 3. So x is more than and equals to 3. The answer is D. Question 29. If 5x minus 26 is equals to x plus 50, then find the value of x. So let's write it down here. 5x minus 26 is equals to x plus 50. This is my left-hand side, right-hand side of the equal sign. So I'm going to leave my 5x on the left, and this x here is positive. It's going to become a minus x when I carry it to the left-hand side of the equation. I'm going to leave the 50 on the right, but I have to move this minus 26, which is going to become a plus 26. So we're going to get, this is a 1. Once we have x, the coefficient is 1. So 1 from 5, 4x is equals to 50, plus 26 is 76. Going to divide both sides by the coefficient of our x term. So 76 divided by 4. This will cancel and give us x. So we're going to say 4 into 76. 4 into 7 is 1. Remainder 3. So that's going to give us 436 is 9. So the answer is x is equals to 19. That is D. Question 30 refers to the following diagram, the rectangle, and we know a rectangle, the opposite sides are equal. So if here is x minus 4 centimeters, on the opposite side is going to be the same. So the area of the rectangle in centimeters squared is x squared. So first, area of a rectangle, we get the total of x squared, and we know it is length times width. So then the length here is 2 times x minus 4 centimeters. So that means it can't be D, nor C, nor B. The answer is A. Question 31. If 3 plus 2 over x is equals to 1, then the value of x is? So 3 plus 2 over x is equals to 1. Again, left-hand side, right-hand side of the equal sign, okay? So I'm going to leave the x term on the left. So that will be the 2 over x. Leave 1 on the right, but I have to move this 3, and it's positive. So when I carry it over, it's going to become a minus 3. So 2 over x is equals to 3 from 1 is negative 2. So what I have to do here, this is a negative 2 over 1. They're fractions now, both of them. Both terms are fractions. We're going to cross multiply. So then I'm going to get 2 is equals to negative 2x. Therefore, we're going to divide 2 over negative 2 and negative 2x over negative 2. That's going to cancel and after the negative sign. This is going to cancel, but I'm going to be left with x is equals to negative 1. The answer is A. Question 32 refers to the figure below. It's a sector, 60 degrees. Not drawn to scale. The center is O. The length of the minor PQ is 8 centimeters. So that means from here to here is 8 centimeters. What would be the length of the circumference of the circle. So we need to understand that this is part of the circle, like a slice of pizza, and an entire circle is 360 degrees. So if 60 out of 30, 360 is equals to 8 centimeters, right? So let's cancel this. We're going to get 1/6 is 8 centimeters. So you want a total. So that will be 6 over 6. That will be 48 centimeters. So what we have done is multiply 6 by 8 to get 48. So the answer is C. Question 33. The volume of a cube whose edge is 6 centimeters long is, so let's draw our cube here. So we're saying each side is 6, and the volume of a cube, the formula is L to the third. So we're going to write 6 to the third, which is 6 times 6 times 6, and that is 216 centimeters cubed. So the answer is D. From Tatiana Math Resources, and we were looking at the paper 1, May-June 2023, questions 1 to 33. Don't forget to share, subscribe, like, leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.